Delaney has been doing great. She's been working extremely hard. She's been very disciplined. She's been eating very well. She hit a little speed bump. You know, she's been traveling more with her choir. She's been affected by some external influences a little bit. Her friends, they tend to still go out and they don't live the same lifestyle she lives. So she has to make the adjustments.
I've had stresses in the past couple of weeks and haven't been able to eat the way I'm supposed to in a lot of situations, and it really throws you off balance when you have a regimen and it's disrupted for whatever reason.
It's a busy season for her at work right now, so she hasn't been able to get to the gym when she wanted to, but these are all real factors. These are all real factors everyone sees in a day-to-day, you know, and a lot of people see these obstacles and they just kind of give up. It's like, well, I don't have time, I have to go to work. Oh, I'm tired after work. Or my friends are going to go out and pizza, so I'm going to go out and eat pizza. Delaney is making good decisions, which is a huge first step, you know, becoming self-aware of the decisions you make and the consequences, you know. If she does eat bad, she comes in and she does extra cardio by herself, you know. And if she can't meet with me and she can meet with someone else and do an extra boot camp class or whatever, she's been doing that. So there has been a little hiccup in the road, but not a huge one. As she loses weight though, because you know she used to be almost up to 400 pounds, she's lost almost 150 pounds. Things start shifting around, some things were neglected. She's been complaining about her knees and her back and her hips and stuff. So I took her to my friend Dr. Chris, I can't think of anyone better, and Dr. Drew. They own Chirosport together in Uptown. And they're some of the best in the business. They work with a lot of runners and they work with a lot of athletes, and you know, they've worked with people that are overweight and they're going through a big lifestyle change.
Dr. Drew was very enlightening. He kind of confirmed some of the things that I knew already from just basically knowing parts of the body and talking with physical therapists.
There's nothing inherent in weight loss that's going to uncover problems. What is going to be the problem for her is she's going to notice the areas that had been neglected due to the inactivity usually associated with being heavy. And those restricted areas are going to be muscular in nature, fascial in nature. The muscles are all covered in fascia, and each one is surrounded so that each muscle has 2 layers of fascia between its neighbors. And that's where a lot of injury and trauma and restrictions develop.
I'm glad to know that I don't have any structural damage as far as my knees and hips are concerned. It's just a matter of it's growing pains for my joints, you know. I know what I need to do now. I know why I was limited on some of my exercises. I understand that your body goes through so many different changes when you're losing weight.
The most important thing that we look for in the large muscle groups when the patient comes in and complains of the pain in a particular joint, we have to determine, is there indeed something orthopedically injured in that joint, meaning ligament, meniscus, joint, space, cartilage, or is it the muscle that functions to move the knee? The way I explained it to her, it wasn't her knee. Her knee is very stable and great shape. She had some issues above the kneecap and below the kneecap, and I said, it's the motor for her knee. It's the part that moves the knee that is stuck in her, and the idea is that she, instead of having 4 separate muscle groups in the quadricep, they tended to be adhered to one another because of inactivity over the years and her size. And when the 4 quads are not separate, they can't function that way. And over many, many months and years, that can end up in an injured knee. Today, she did not show any damage to her knee, but there was a lot of adherence, adhesions among the portions of the quadricep. And we broke some of those up. We separated those, and I told her to take a few sessions to do that with a good physical therapist or massage therapist. We certainly do that here in our practice. And that there's some alignment things that need to be done in her low back because some of the timing gets off as soon as the back is off.
For the most part, I can work through the pain, but I choose not to, especially if I'm hurting myself more. And so now that I know that it's just a matter of getting my muscles acclimated, getting my tendons in order, getting my quads in order, that'll make my workouts a little bit easier.
We've been trying to kick up the intensity on the running and interval training and circuit training, and that is a high intensity workout. It's hard on the hips, the knees, and joints anyways, even if someone is in fit and in shape and, you know, a lot leaner. You know, if someone was a 180-pound man, 170-pound man who was fit, was doing it, he still over time would have wear and tear on his joints. But we're taking her from 0 to 60. You know, she's 40 years old and she hasn't been living a healthy lifestyle in the last couple of years. She's really slowly starting to make a life change. And now she's even really buckling down and getting focused. So a lot of people do low impact cardio and some light weights and stuff, and we're just trying to get a good variation in our workout. We're trying to do high intensity and low intensity. But when we start doing higher intensity workout, given the extra weight she's already carrying adds additional stress to her, you know.
Just have to bump it up. My workouts have to be a little more intense. My diet has to be a little more intense, and my mind has to be wrapped around all of this. And I gotta take in the stresses of life. I have to take in so many different things, but I have to stay focused on my ultimate goal, and that's that 2-piece.